Hey, good evening, guys. So I went out with Todd today and fished with him and Chad and Chad's friend Tony. So this is why I have boat hair. And no, I'm not wearing makeup. So here we are. I'm doing it. We brought home some of the red grouper that I caught, and we're gonna have it for dinner. I was gonna cook it on my new grill that I'm excited to show you guys about, but it'll have to be another time because Mother Nature decided to throw a storm our way instead. So we're gonna just cook it in the cast iron stove. But all I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna make a compound butter using Old Bay, obviously Kerrygold butter, and lemon juice. That's all I'm gonna use. So we're gonna get started with that right now. I already put the butter, cut it up in a bowl so it could soften. There's that storm I was telling you about. And I'm just gonna take the zest of just one lemon, and put it in with the butter. And when I zest, I do it upside down. I zest this way, so I'm not zesting in a bowl. I'm zesting into the microplane, and then when I'm done, I dump it in the bowl. So I'm gonna get all the little yellow parts off of here. Don't want any of the white pith because it's really bitter. And then afterwards, I'm gonna be able to use the lemon juice to put in the butter compound as well. And that's really all you need right there. And see how I did it upside down? So now I'm just gonna dump it right into the bowl. Easy peasy. So I'm just gonna cut the lemons up. These are a little bit bigger than my lemon juicer. So I'm gonna cut them in, which way do I wanna cut them? Because it's smaller than the whole. I'm gonna cut them this way and see what I can fit in there. I do limes with it a lot as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do them individually. So I just put it in and squeeze off the juice. Really easy. This is gonna be super, super lemony. The actual recipe calls for 3 lemons, but I think those are smaller lemons. This is a very big lemon. Usually a lemon fits in here with no problem. So I'm just gonna do 1, and then I can always adjust it. So from here, we're just gonna add some Old Bay seasoning. Just getting some lemon juice off my hand. And it calls for 2 tablespoons for the stick of butter that I have in here. And I don't have a clean measuring spoon, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. The palm of my hand full, that's a tablespoon, in my opinion. 2 tablespoons. It also called for using I forgot what it said, some kind of blender, hand blender, I don't know. It's talking about those ones that you can use to thicken your soup and stuff in the pot, whatever they're called. But I'm gonna use a good old-fashioned fork because I think I have one somewhere, but it's late and I don't know where and I don't wanna look for it. Just wanna keep mixing it until like the liquid is absorbed. Maybe that's why I need the hand blender. Still refuse to get it out. Hey guys, so we're waiting for the cast iron to heat up because we can't use the grill due to the storm. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my experience with fishing with Todd today. It is the first time that I've been offshore fishing with them, and let me tell you, I felt like I held my own. I mean, look, I have war wounds right here from the Goliath grouper that no, I was not able to get in and I needed assistance. But I held my own with all the others. One rocked me, Todd was able to get it out of the rocks, and then the next time when it rocked me, I got it out of the rocks. So I learned from what he did. So that's all it's about. So if any of you women out there have some suggestions on how to get the big fish in, because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna stick it in my stomach. I don't even know what they mean. I'm not wearing a belt. I don't know. Tell me what you do, women, not men, women. How do you get this fish in other than bruising your arm? So we're gonna get going in just a second. Okay, so we're ready to get going. I can smell the skillet. I know that's crazy, but I can smell it. We're gonna put just a little bit of this lemon butter in here. It's not just lemon butter. Okay, we're gonna put a lot. Oh my, it's hotter than I want it to be. Turn it down. It's the lemon butter and Old Bay seasoning. So we're gonna put some in there. And now that looks good. We're just gonna go ahead and throw the fish in. Probably turn it back up after I get them in. We have 2.5 pieces. I'm not sure who the half one's for, but we'll fight it out. Leftovers. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to be flipping it over in a few minutes anyway. Just going to slather it on. Don't worry if you don't use it all. I mean, you can always freeze it and cut it off into little pieces and use it another day. Use it for something else. It's just butter, basically, with lemon and Old Bay. That's all that's in it. So it's been in the pan just probably 2 to 3 minutes. So you can see how it's starting to get a little white around the edges. We're gonna let it go just another minute and then we'll be ready to flip it. Okay, so it's time to flip it, I think. Again, I've never cooked this in a cast iron. It called for a grill, so let's see how this works. And granted, right-handed flipper, left-handed girl. Todd will tell you the rest. Seems to be sticking a little bit. I'm gonna try to flip it without breaking it. Alrighty, it looks and feels done, so we're gonna go ahead and take this out. I'm sorry it's not gorgeous like it would be on the grill, but it is what it is. And I don't know why it's sticking so bad, but here we go. Me and my right-handed fish flipper. If anybody has a left-handed one or knows where they can find one, please share, please. You see how it's bent to the right? That's why it's a disadvantage for me. Burnt fingers. So we're gonna go try this recipe. I feel like it's gonna be super lemony, and I actually even cut it down. I made Todd a little cucumber, tomato, onion salad with just some garlic Italian dressing that we had in the fridge. I was gonna do coleslaw that's in the recipe. Try it and tell me what you think about it, because we didn't get to try it tonight. And I'm just gonna eat the fish because that's what I do. So let us know how you like it, and maybe there'll be more. Thanks guys. See you on the flip side. Yes, that's it. Flip side.